Hello. In this video, we will walk through how to navigate the S4 Service Learning Database. This presentation is meant to help guide you in using the S4 database, but it is not meant to be used in place of the directions given to you on the web pages and forms you will find on there. Please ensure that you have read all instructions carefully before submitting online forms. Finally, while our offices are not open during this time, we are available for questions and guidance through other means. Students can submit questions to us through the Student Help Desk on our website or reach our office through phone at 818-677-7395. Also, please note that the Office of Community Engagement has recently updated their terminology from service learning to community-based learning. This change in terminology is not yet reflected in the S4 database, and for the sake of consistency, all instructions in the video will continue to use the service learning terminology, which is what you will find as you navigate the S4 database. Let's begin. Logging into S4. First, go to the CSUN Community Engagement website. You can either copy the link on the screen or simply search up CSUN Community Engagement on Google. Once you are there, you can access the S4 database using the S4 Service Learning Database button in the left column, or at the very top of the page under the For Students tab. Once you are on the S4 landing page, click Student/Faculty Login in the right-hand corner. You will then be asked to select your campus. Find Cal State Northridge, then proceed to login. To log in, simply enter your CSUN user ID and password, and you will now be on the S4 homepage. Placing yourself at a site. To place yourself at a site, locate the Sites button on the navigation bar. Click Search by Site. Here, you can see a list of all available placements as well as search for specific sites by name. To use the search tool, enter your site name in the search bar and under Program, select Service Learning. Then search. Once you have found your site, click on the organization name, which will bring you to their page. Once there, click the green Select This Site button. You will then be asked to enter the academic term as well as the estimated hours you will be completing at this site. The minimum requirement is 20 hours, and the exact requirement can be verified with your instructor. When finished, click Next. This will bring you back to the home page, where there will now be 2 forms you will need to complete before you can finish your placement. The first form is the PreService Evaluation. To begin, click on the Complete Form button for the PreService Evaluation. First, complete the required fields with your student ID, course number, course section number, and your professor name. Then click Next. You will then respond to a series of survey questions about service learning, most of which will ask you to rate statements on a scale of strongly agree to strongly disagree. When finished, enter your email address for the form to be sent to you, and then click Submit. The second form you will need to complete prior to the start of service learning is the Student Service Learning Plan. First, click the Complete Form button next to the Student Service Learning Plan. Next, fill out all the required fields with the requested information. Please complete these fields as accurately as possible. When finished, add your signature into the box and then click Submit at the bottom of the form. This will bring you back to the home page. With both the Pre-Service Evaluation form and the Student Service Learning Plan form complete, you can now finish your placement by clicking the Finish button on the right side of the page. Now you're ready to begin your hours at your service learning site. Once you've completed all your service learning hours, you will need to complete 2 additional forms, the Post-Service Learning Evaluation and complete a timesheet submission. At the end of your placement, you will complete one final form, the Post-Service Evaluation. On your homepage, click the Continue button next to the progress bar at the top of the page. This will take you to the End of Placement Forms page. Select the Post-Service Evaluation form by clicking Complete Form. Complete the required fields with your student ID, course number, and course section number and professor name, and then click Next. Like the pre-service form, you will then respond to a series of survey questions about service learning, most of which will again ask you to rate statements on a scale of strongly agree to strongly disagree. When finished, click Submit. Once you begin hours at your site, you will need to log your hours onto S4 using the time log. Log into S4. On the right hand of your screen, under Pending Tasks, click Update your time log. Each time you complete hours at your site, you will log your hours in here. To begin, click the red Add Time Entry button. This will take you to the next step, where you will enter the date you completed your hours, as well as how many hours you completed using the time in and time out fields. Finally, complete the required fields on the right-hand side with how many hours you did, as well as what you did during those hours. At the bottom of the form, choose one of the 4 actions. If you're not done with your time entry, click Save Entry for later. If you're done and would like to submit an additional entry, click Save and add on another entry. If you are done and would not like to submit an additional entry, click Save and Submit. Finally, if you would like to dispose the entry, click Return without saving anything. Again, remember to add time entries each time you go to your placement to complete hours. The final form you will need to complete is the form to submit your time log. On your homepage, click the Update Your Time Log button. With all your time entries entered in, click on the Request Approval of Hours button. Enter the required information in the form. The time log will be submitted for approval to the site supervisor email address by default, but can be changed if it will be the professor or someone else who will be approving the hours. Please verify who will be receiving the time log for approval prior to submission. You will have the option to include additional comments in your submission, as well as request a copy of your submission for yourself. Once you have reviewed all your information for accuracy, you may click Send Email. The approval status will then be reflected on your time log. Once the post-service evaluation has been submitted and the time log has been approved, you have officially completed all required forms. There may be a few additional forms to complete as well, depending on your professor. If your professor requires the site supervisor's evaluation form, you will need to download the form and have it completed by your site supervisor. Once this is complete, you may upload it to the Upload Site Supervisor's Evaluation form. If you will be recording or taking pictures, you will also need to download the video and audio release form and upload it as well onto S4. If you have any questions during the process of completing the many forms, please feel free to contact us and we will gladly help you out. Our office phones are open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. You may also submit your questions after hours through our Service Learning Student Help Center located on our webpage, or by copying the link below. Thank you.